Hello everybody, back here again for Vlog a Day, and today is Friday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Overcasty, kinda, I don't know, just a little dreary looking, but no real wind. It wasn't necessarily cold by any means. It was cool, but not this time of year. It was definitely not cold. I think the high was in the 30s, low 30s, somewhere in there, but just overall nice day. Had a handful of stuff to get done around here, just a bunch of stuff that kind of came up unexpectedly, had to take care of. Not a big deal there. Had some, I don't know, a couple of fires put out of some people that don't take care of their own problems, and they get dumped on other people. So I had that stuff to worry about, and good fun stuff there. Nothing I couldn't handle. It's just that repeatedly same thing over and over again. At some point, you kind of think, just go crash and burn somewhere and leave me out of it. But didn't say that, just kind of let it go. Solved the problem, moved on. So end up still don't have my truck back. My van's still in the shop this morning. Said to hell with it. Gonna go pick up the van today. So had to go to Ottumwa anyway. Had to deal with some, I don't know, get some paperwork and all that kind of stuff done. Had to do some, I don't know, business junk that only could be taking place in Ottumwa to meet with the people and that. So went up there to get that done. It went pretty well, actually. Stopped by Bloomfield, though, picked up my van, knowing the fact that I dropped the car off. I couldn't get it back home until I get the trailer. Can't pull a trailer with the car, so picked the van up. Hopefully, I'm going to go up there Sunday, grab my car, the trailer. I'm trying to find somebody to run me over tomorrow, so I want to drag the trailer around and drop me off and bring it back. And if that happens, that'll save me a handful of time there. If it doesn't happen, so be it. It's not that big a deal. I'll grab the car on the way up to Ottumwa Sunday again. Not a big deal there. Went and took care of all my stuff in Ottumwa. Once I had my van back, and my van is fixed with that weird, I don't know if I ever mentioned or not, but my van had this crazy weird like shake to it when you like let off the gas or go on the highway between like 50 and 65 mile an hour. It was horrible, and then you let off the gas, it got like 10 times worse. It was really super annoying. Like you catch yourself turning the radio up like literally 10 notches higher to try and overpower the sound. It was annoying as hell. And everybody I talked to, I had it in multiple different places. They're like, we don't know what it is. Can't find it, can't find it, can't find it. I said, I think it's a U-joint. Everybody basically blew me off and said, no, it ain't, no, it ain't. Finally said, hell with it, took it to my mechanic and said, just replace my U-joints. How about we just do that, see what happens? He goes, well, I don't think it's what it is, but we'll see. I said, I'm paying you to replace the U-joints, replace them. So went ahead and knocked out the U-joints. Everybody else had been telling me no all this time. Finally said, hell with it. Got those replaced, and it solved the problem. And what I think was going on with the U-joint, he said the one in the back was completely gone. And what happens is the fact that we get in a weird angle as the drive shaft was spinning, and at that right RPM, at that range, because it doesn't matter your motor RPM is, it's the speeds, the axle and the drive shaft are always turning the same speed as the ground. The motor has nothing to do with it. The transmission does all that information there. So regardless of what it was, I could literally shut the van off and just say I'm doing 65, shut the van off and have it neutral and it would still make the same noise. So I knew it had to be in a drive line. Also, I'd found out one day I parked on a little chunk of ice, spun the tire up, just sitting there not moving, and about 55, 60 on the speedometer, the thing would just start making a ton of noise. So I knew it had to be drive shaft or rear axle. Nothing else would be involved there in that process. The van wasn't moving. So luckily, that was solved like 100, I don't know, $25 later. That part sucked, but 115 and change what it was. So, but that part there sucked, but oh well, it happens. Left the car there, headed on to Ottumwa, took care of all my stuff I had to take care of. Surprisingly, it went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. Dealing with governmental bureaucratic bullshit, thought it'd take a lot longer than that. Unfortunately, fortunately, it went well. It wasn't super quick, but it was a lot quicker than it could have been. So, got that wrapped up. Headed out to see my buddy. He was going to be doing some running, had to go run people around, drop people off, and that kind of thing. So I kind of said to hell with it. Headed down the dog park. There was 3 dogs in the small dog side. One of them Bruce has played with before in the big dog side. I will not put Bruce in the small dog side at that park just because something would go wrong, or even if nothing went wrong, the people freaked out and said, hey, he's got his big dog over here, whatever. I've invited many times the small dogs to come over to the big dog side. And one lady's like, oh, I didn't know we could because we have small dogs. I'm like, oh, no, you're welcome anywhere. It's just stopping us big dogs from going to your side. So she brought her dog over, super happy about that. They played a lot. This dog he'd played with before, but the people that had him just sat in their truck, ironically, the whole time with the truck running the heat on, and the door kicked open. So they were, I don't know what that was all about, but they sat there, probably, I was there a good 25, 30 minutes, and Bruce chased the dog around. One Yorkie on the other side, not Yorkie, but Westie was just batshit crazy. Like, I mean, he was literally trying to fight the fence. It kind of cracked me up. So Why he chose to be aggressive towards the big dog, I don't know, but he was losing his mind. I kept going, just bring your dog over. In my mind, didn't say it, but I was hoping he would come over because Bruce would love to play with a dog that likes. He likes to play aggressive small dogs because most small dogs run for him, don't want to play that much. He thinks they're playing, they're trying to eat him, and it really makes for some entertainment for myself. So went ahead, that didn't work out, so to hell with it. Still hadn't heard from my buddy, didn't know what was going on there. Pissed, I just said to heck with it, piss on it, I'm going to have to Menards. Went out there for a little bit. My plan was to go out to his place, hang out a little while, and then I got thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just go run now, because I know he's going to be out doing some run around and stuff. He won't be around for a while. Get my run out of the way, and I can just head straight home from his place and call it a night after I get done there. And kind of had that mindset, so I headed out Menards. As I got done at Menards, I got a text from him asking where I was at. So I was at Menards and that. He was out doing, almost done with all his running, dropping people off and stuff. We agreed just to meet at Bridgeview, middle of town there, and go for a run. So he wanted to run 3 miles a day. Ended up running like 3.2 or some crap, 3.3, somewhere in there. Not real far, just a nice, slow, easy pace, like in the 10-minute range. Had a great time just chatting and BSing the whole time. Really was a nice run down by the river and stuff. Lots of bald eagles are back, which is always awesome this time of year, seeing a bunch of eagles. Although there's a bunch of dead fish along the trails because the eagles are catching the fish. They take them up the tree, drop them on the concrete to kill them, the blacktop path, whatever. And they climb back, and they fly down and get it, fly back up in the tree, and then eat them, and all you got fish guts and tons of eagle shit all over the trail, which is not really that great, but it's definitely bad with my dog because he wants to smell it all and he wants to stare at the eagles. And makes for a little harder run, but it was fun. Got done there, everything went great. Went out to the house, hung out with them for a while, smoked a cigar, sat in the cigar cabin for a while, and just had a great time. That cigar cabin's doing awesome now. They got a new exhaust fan. It's kicking total butt. Drawing the smoke out way better than it ever did before. We were talking about how much money they're saving just to not, because they had like the propane heaters. They were going through like $20 in propane like every 3 days or so, 4 days at the best. So you're looking at $40 plus a week on average. And that's all winter long, that propane heater run, plus the crazy noise, the smells, all that stuff. And we have one little small heater in there going, and it's that heater also, the same heater ran 24/7 in the trailer with the propane heater together. So this one's running by itself and kicking on and off. I'd say it runs for maybe 15-20 minutes, kicks off for 15-20 minutes, kicks back on again. So definitely doing amazing. The exhaust fan is running, sucking the smoke out great, working awesome there too. Just hung around, had a great time. Ended up picking up my sandblasting cabinet. I traded out my table saw for the sandblasting cabinet a while back. I never picked it up. Had the empty van, so the heck with it, threw it in the back of the van. Load up the extra sand and stuff that came with it, the media to blast off the stuff. Don't know when I'll get it set up. I'm going to get it out of the van hopefully tomorrow, get the trailer hooked up, get it all ready to go. So Sunday I'll be ready to go pick my car up. Plan on running a marathon over in Fairfield Sunday. And sounds like my buddy's going to be with me. He talks like he's going to run 16 miles to the full 26, but it's a 16-mile loop. So basically, get back down there. He said he'll just hang around, wait for me. I don't know if he realizes it's going to be close to like 2 more hours waiting for me. So we'll see. I'm hoping he'll go ahead. I'm going to try and run it slow enough that he'll just, power through it and just kind of run a nice slow pace with me the whole way through. Be a nice one. The other thing I thought about doing instead is maybe taking off, because it'll be it'll be the 16-mile loop, but it'll be a 5 out after that and 5 back. Thought maybe instead of making him wait the whole time to afterwards the 2 hours, maybe go run my just basically 2.5 out, come back 2.5, me at 5, so be back an hour, and then basically he could run with me to 16, and then I could do the last hour, so you only have the hour split up twice. But we'll see what he thinks about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to sit there before the run. We'll have to figure it out. I'm really hoping he'll just say to heck with it and run the whole thing. I offered to take the bike over. I'm like, dude, just grab your bike, and then once we get done with the 16, jump on your bike and ride with me the last 10. That'd be kind of cool too. So he don't know what he wants to do. He's kind of kicking the idea around about if we're going to run that slow, to just run the full 26.2. If he does that, I'll be super stoked. That'd be awesome. So it's always fun to have somebody to kind of chat with. And we run a pretty steady pace a lot of times. We can kind of chat and kind of just run along at a nice pace. Neither one of us having to work real hard. Works well there. Had a free coupon for fish and chips at Long John Silver's when you bought a large drink. My buddy printed that off for me off his computer there, because he found it on an email somehow or another. Ran back in, grabbed that. Surprisingly, I don't eat Long John Silver's anymore since I've really been, probably 2.5, 3 years. I don't eat it much at all, so I've been losing the weight. And it's amazing how that extra greasy stuff can really kick my butt and really kind of tore my stomach up a little bit. Said to heck with it. Fine and stuff. And that. Got home, and it was 10:30-ish, somewhere in there. And I was like, to heck with it. Got some stuff. Download my Garmin, that kind of thing. And I told myself, instead of taking a shower right away, I'm just going to wait around. And after midnight, I'll go run my mile for Saturday, which this actually is Saturday. It's about 2:30 in the morning of Saturday morning. I've already ran my mile for today too, so my run streak survived another day. Who knows when that's going to end? But I'll have Saturday. I won't have, well, technically today, but tomorrow, when I wake back up tomorrow, because I consider any day up until I go to bed. So Saturday, I won't have to go back out and run again because I ran it at midnight. So it was drizzly rain, kind of cold. I think it's like 34 degrees right out there. Crazy foggy, crazy misty, and just that drizzle where I was just soaking wet when I got done. But it wasn't really raining. It made it really hard to see at the headlamp. It was like really a lot of stuff coming down. It's kind of weird, but had that done over with, I'm all good for that. So now tomorrow, all I got to do is get the van unloaded, get the trailer unloaded, get it hooked up, and be ready to go get my car Sunday. So Saturday is going to be just as best I can do for a lack of running day at all possible. So I'll be ready to go Sunday is my plan. So hoping to run my slowest marathon I've ever ran. So it's going to take it super easy because I think we're going to try and run back-to-back marathons in January, like the 13th. So it's not that far away. We're looking just over a month away. I'm going to run marathon one day, turn around the next day and run a marathon. But it's in the Marathon Maniacs, which would be kind of a cool thing to be in there. So that's all I've got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.